Aloha kako. In this video, we're going to be talking about a Java example that shows up in section 11.6. So I want to go over this with you. Let's take a quick look at this. We're talking about using some data input. It's going to be coming through standard in. We're going to supply that in the standard in area over here. So you'll look and see that all this matches up with the code here in blue. It's got some information, essentially records that contain last name, first name, department, and annual salary. And it's using a string called split. Well, it's in the string class there. It's using the split method to split these things up. And it's going to try to convert these numbers here into integers. But most of these you'll see should work fine, but there's one particular one that is going to give us an error when we try to convert it. So what we're going to do and what they specify for this is to go ahead and ignore any entries on there, flag it as being a problem, saying, hey, we've got an issue here, and then continue on and calculate, I guess, the total salary amounts that are going out. So yeah. So anyway, it says run the program and note the line where the program fails, and it tells you that the line number is going to be the last row. So we'll go down here, we'll click on run, and then we'll look at the results. So it tells us for input strings 60,000, it's got an issue there. So we look down, and in our last one, it says in Java line 34, we're encountering that problem. And as you would expect, Java, in 34, we're doing a total salaries plus equals a parsing of the from the index from the salary. So what we've done is, and I didn't go through this really, but we've set up some things here that are going to define the index for each of the items that comes in. So we use that, and we take that line of input, we stick it in a field, and then we access the different parts of it by using the index for it. So that's why you've got index last name, index first name, index department, and salary. So it's all going into field. So in line 34, when you're looking at that, you'll see that we're doing an integer parse int of field for index salary, and that's where things are going awry. So we look back up at the instructions here. It says add try catch statements to catch the number conversion error, which is called number format exception. In this case, print a message and do not add the item to the total salaries. Okay. Then it wants us to run the program again. Note that total salaries excluded. It wants you to make sure that it excludes the row with the error. So we're going to go in here. We're going to copy this real quick, and we're going to go over here. The easiest thing we can do is just put in a try right here. So we can say try the following. So we're going to try to do this, and then we will do a catch. And we have to define in the catch that we're going to do a number exception. Let's just call it E. So we're going to do this and then open up our brackets, and then close our brackets right after it. So in between, though, we want to give them a message. So in this case, print a message and do not add the item to the total salaries. So I'll put in a message here that we'll just go system.out.println, and we'll just say, well, we can do something. We can be fancy and add in some things like we can put in field for salary. I like doing just copy and paste because I'm lazy in that sense. So we'll put in, instead of using salary, I think the one that we want to use is like a first name. So you can say index last name, or index first name, then last name. So we'll go ahead, assume they have an English name, and then we will go back and put in index last name. Wait, do we have an underscore? Yeah, last name. Okay. Last name. I could just reference that right below here. Okay, so we're going to say no first name, because we're going to do that. Plus, then we want to put in a space between their names. We'll put it, put in field oops, index underscore last name. So we put in that, and then we'll put in as an invalid salary of, and we'll just go ahead and add in field, and it's we put in index salary like that. Okay. So now we can just try to be funny, put in and the since I think they are trying to cheat the company just because we're being funny here. So go ahead and leave it like that. Actually, yeah, there we go. So we've got that. We need to remember to close out our parentheses and put in a semicolon. And I don't think we put in our, did we put in our, okay, I guess we did put our catch ending bracket. So we're just supposed to print out a message here. So I'm having it say first name plus last name has an invalid salary of, and then I'm having it print out the salary. And I think they're trying to cheat the company just because I thought that would be funny. So we've done the base mount, which is add the try catch statements, catch the number conversion error. It's called number format exception, which we include here. In this case, print the message and do not. Okay, so now let's try running this again and we'll get our errors. If I didn't do everything, oh no, I guess I did it right. So it's printing out everything line by line. And it's when it gets to our 60,000 with a 0.0 in it, it says Jane Doe has an invalid salary of 60,000.0. I think they're trying to cheat the company. So yeah. So anyhow, you'll notice that this is not going to get added to, this isn't going to be added to the totals. So you'll see that when we look up here, 60,000 is what we want to exclude. So 50,000, 70,000, 120, then the 80,000, that makes the 200,000 even. So the total salaries is going to exclude our 60,000 up here. So that is exactly what we expected. And then you can come down here and take a look at their solution for it. And their solution, let's see where their try and catch is. Yeah, so their try is here, and they are doing the total salaries in there. You know, they're putting in the print line in there, and you can pull that in. We didn't pull it in, but you could do that, and that would shorten it to. So if we run theirs, we should have, I think, it'll just not print this line. I think that's the only difference. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, I didn't say that this info won't be added to the salary running total, but that would have been nice of me to put in there, but I didn't. So, yep, but the same thing, and then the total comes out to 200,000. But they did, yeah, the selling for so and so is, yep. So that's all we had to do. So that was the example for this one. So a nice little simple thing. It we can see how to create our catch here. So anyways, if you have any questions about this example, feel free to reach out and ask. I'd be happy to answer any questions or walk through some of this stuff with you. So I guess we will move on to the next chapter, which is going to be generics. So I'll see you in the next video. Aloha.